for it, and we're getting a bunch of people is gonna call in, and so I'm actually videotaping the whole thing also to be on YouTube. Yeah, and yeah, so and I'll be able to actually. Okay, 3 minutes. Are you there?
Interrupts us. She's the one that keeps us on track until we go live. Remember that? She counts us down.
Yes, okay, that's right.
Okay. She does that because she has to keep us straight.
Oh, I gotcha. That's awesome.
So good things are happening to you, right?
Oh, wonderful things are happening. Yeah, it's
We got the TV show.
Yeah. He's going to call in. J. Raleigh Jones will call in. You just let me know when he should call in. Then I got a guy that does distribution, Brian Wayne Perry from the Wayne Perry music group, Perry Music Group. And I've got, there's quite a few people that say they're going to call. And we'll just see, but yeah. 2 minutes till showtime. So, yeah.
So, are you still working at the airport?
No, that fell through. It wasn't what they said it was. And, yeah, so I'm going to a screen printing place Monday. And, so, yeah, I'm doing all that.
Your artwork is beautiful. There's no reason why you can't do that.
Yeah, well, thank you. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what, you know, I know he's bringing me in there just to see that I can do what I say I can do, and I can do what I say I can do. And
well, he should not doubt that at all.
Yeah, well.
Are you still playing in Nashville?
Yeah, that's where I'm living right now. I'm renting the upstairs from the TV show from J. Raleigh Jones, the producer of the TV show. I'm renting the 2 bedrooms upstairs and the bathroom, and everything is just awesome. Yeah, it's just better than I deserve. So, but you know.
I'm excited for you because you've had it kind of rough, but you know what? You just kept your eye on the ball and you just kept your goals in mind, and this is what happens when people just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
That's it. And you just gotta keep. Somebody said you need to keep the faith. I'm like, I think I used all that up in 2017. So.
No, you didn't. Trust me, you didn't. I'm gonna tell you after we shoot, we're going live in 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Everyone in our small country town stood there taking pictures. Wave. Wave. Can you hear it?
A little bit.
Not here. I mean, down there, can you hear it?
I can't get it to come on.
Okay, well, call the number. You can listen to it on the phone. And she already knows that you're going to call. This is my new house. In this office. Life is good, baby. Life is good and God is great.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Saturday night with my guest tonight is Garrett Walker, who has been on here with me before. But before we get to him, I got some exciting news to tell you. Our numbers are just blowing everything up out of the water, and it's all because of y'all. Y'all never cease to amaze me. You keep coming back, you keep bringing people with you, you keep sending me ads, you keep sending me people, and then people like Garrett keep coming back and sharing his music with us. And there's two ways you can get on this show, ladies and gentlemen. You can either email me at offthechainradio@yahoo.com, say, hey, Yvonne, I want to get on your show. Or if you're kind of shy and you don't want to have an intimate conversation with me and 128,000 of our closest friends in over 100 countries, you can do an ad for the show. And for $10 a month, I'll run the ad no matter how many shows I do. And you can send it to me in a recorded form, an MP3 format, or you can send it to me in Word form and I'll read it. And I want to welcome our corporate sponsor, Cece Chamberlain, with us to us. She has a podcast called Inside Your Life with Cece on podcast.com. She's also on iTunes, Google Play, and elsewhere where podcasts are available. And what she does is she has a motivational and passionate conversation, and she interviews people who are living their true purpose. Whether it's a professional boxer, an author, or a history enthusiast, Cece strives to give you, ladies and gentlemen, hope for a brighter day with her inspirational words. So download, subscribe, and listen as Cece guides you to pursue
East
your
side.
dreams and for you to live your best life on Inside Your Life with Cece on podcast.com. We've got so much to get to tonight that I'm just going to skip all the numbers of where we are and how many listeners we have, and we're just going to jump right into tonight's show because I have Garrett with me. I have a caller that's called in, not sure who it is. It's some of the folks that Garrett knows and has invited on the show. We'll get to them shortly, but let me tell you a little bit about Garrett. Garrett came to me, and I heard heard some of his music, and I said, look, I want to get you on the show because you have so much to offer. And I think he was kind of shocked. But I said, no, you need to come on the show. Send me your bios, send me 3 MP3 songs, and let's get you on here. Well, I did. And the hour went by so fast. We talked about everything under the shining sun and played his music that I had to bring him back because the man is just, to tell you the truth, I don't know why he's not at the Grand Ole Opry and why he's not on the big stage with thousands of people in the audience, because he has, y'all just heard him, he has a voice that angels envy. Let me tell you a little bit about him. His mom and dad were both singers and musicians, so this isn't Garrett's first rodeo. When he was a little one, a wee one, he would often go with his parents on the gigs, and he'd hang out in the back room, listen to the show, and breathing in the music like a spring day. And after the breakup of his parents at 8 years old, Garrett's life changed forever, and then he used his songs to paint the pictures of his journey since. Songs about love, pain, hope, faith, but always about real life. His goal is to use his talent for all the right reasons, and y'all just heard, he's got talent and more. You'll hear it in the songs he writes and the songs he sings, from the heartfelt Wasn't Done Loving You and all of the above to the fun and cool vibe of Leave My Guitar Alone, which we played on the last show. You'll be moved and entertained. This talented singer and songwriter is making his dreams happen in Nashville, and as Charlie Daniels himself told Garrett, he needed to be in Nashville after he did the Charlie Daniels show. And y'all just, let's get with it. Welcome, Garrett. I'm so glad you're back with us tonight. I have waited all week for this.
Oh, I have too. I have, you know, I've done quite a few radio shows, and it seems to me yours is the most, to where you can, you know, the people that are listening right now can interact. And I mean, Gail McCracken called. I mean, it was just the last time I really didn't know how to promote it, and I didn't, you know, because it was my first time, and but it was just, I really enjoyed the whole interview, and it just you know, I've written a ton of songs. I've been there, you know, opened up for Merle Haggard, opened up for Charlie Daniels, I've Alan Jackson, quite a few of them. Say what?
We have a caller that's listening. Caller, who is this, please? This is Mary Lewis Tomboy, outlaw harmonica player. I am a harmonica player, and I am a follower of Garrett Walker's and a Facebook friend.
Hi, Mary.
Glad to have you with us. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Well, good. Well, we're just chatting with Garrett and getting some more of his background and talking about his songs, so just hang on with us. Do you have a question for him? Yes, ma'am. I have a question for him. Does he sell t-shirts?
Yes, we do. The t-shirts will be done. They'll be coming in about a month, and as soon as they're available, we will let everybody know. But yeah, I definitely sell t-shirts and CDs, and I have a lot going on with the J. Raleigh Jones TV show that can be heard and can be seen on the Music City Arts channel on Comcast Channel 9, and also 19 and ATTU verse. So there's so many. We're in the infantile stages of this amazing man that has come into my life. I mean, God has honestly, seriously, no doubtedly, undoubtedly sent me an angel. I mean, he is just, and his woman Peggy is just. I mean, they're just the greatest people. But he's got so many things go, and he has so many irons in the fire. But he puts me at the forefront of it all. It's just amazing that this man is. I'm like, man, it's just so. Anyway, the product. I mean, he's going to do a TV show. He's doing 3 videos, professional videos on me with all the above. Leave my guitar alone, and we're not sure which one the other one is going to be. Either If I Were Magic or Corner of Heaven and Hell. But and then he's getting a song released on radio within the next week and a half or so. He just has so many things, and I just don't. I didn't. When you have 4 or 5 pages, I have 4 pages with 5,000 people on them, and because that's the max you can have. And so I didn't know how long he had been following me, and he has followed me long enough to see the hard times that I've gone through, but he anyway. I'm going to go on and on about him, and this is not his interview. But anyway, I just love the guy and everything. Go ahead.
But Garrett, think of it this way back there, that because you are the person that you are, and because you encourage others, and because you keep your faith and yourself grounded, good things happen for you. They're beginning to happen. Yeah, you've had a journey that you've traveled, and that makes this all the more sweeter.
There's no doubt. Every morning. Go ahead.
I listened to Garrett Walker on Facebook one day last week, and I listen to him all the time, and I was listening, and he had asked me to join him on playing the harmonica.
Yeah, we was doing. Yeah, that was fun. We were doing. I was doing a Facebook Live, and I told her, hey, this is a song out of A 145 blues number, and I told her while you're sitting there at their house, play harmonica with me. But I tell you what, Yvonne.
Yes, sir?
Every single time, every single morning, I wake up. My knees hit the floor before my feet do, and
that's why good things are happening to you. In fact, let me run this ad right quick for author Nancy Quinn, because I want to come back and talk to you about the song we played in the opening number. Because when I heard that song, it brought me to tears, and I don't cry easily. So if y'all will hang on for about 45 seconds, we'll be back with country music artist Garrett Walker and talk about his opening song.
Thank you.
Do you have cougars on your porch swing? A horse is your new best friend. Your nicest shoes get buried knee-deep in snow as your toes turn blue. Are you bothered by wolves at your woodpile? No, not that kind of wolf. Join wildlife artist and author Nancy Quinn and her family as they discover an exciting new life in Go West Young Woman, a true Montana adventure. Available online and in bookstores. Or visit QuinnWildlifeArt.com for a personalized signed copy. Critics agree it's a hoot.
And that author Nancy Quinn, she can be found at Amazon and at Barnes & Noble. My guest tonight is country music artist Garrett Walker. And those of y'all that were listening at the beginning of the show, the opening song was In the Clouds. That song, the first time I heard it, brought me to tears. And I do not cry easily. Garrett, give me the background of that song.
Well, here I listened to a guy on the radio here in Nashville, Jerry House and the House Foundation. Well, him and his sidekick, Mike Bohan, were talking one morning, and I never, ever, ever listen. I never miss a morning. Jerry has written songs for Leanne Rimes, a ton of people, but he don't talk about that on the radio, and he's just funnier than all get out. So he was on there, and him and Mike Bohan was saying, you know, I've probably gotten, just out of his conversation, have gotten quite a few songs from him. And so Mike Bohan said something, you know, something he would like to happen that you knew couldn't happen, and he said it to Jerry, and Jerry's like, oh, well, that's in the clouds. And I just thought, in the clouds, because we've heard that phrase all over, you know, all of our lives, and nevertheless, so they said, I just thought, I turned off the radio, and I never turn him off. And I'm thinking, how in the world am I going to get the listener to listen to or to look up in the sky at the clouds? And I mean, it's really so I just thought of a little boy, you know, looking up to catch a ball, and he was playing ball with his dad. You know, he hit a high pop fly, and he looked up and he, you know, dropped the ball and missed the catch, and said, you know, Daddy, look, wow, you know, there's Mommy in the clouds. I'm like, so while I'm writing this, I'm like, well, why would she be in the clouds? I'm like, oh my God. So I just went with it, you know, we knew the storm was bad coming back from Monterey. Her mama said she'd wish she'd stayed another day, and it fell out of me. I mean, I was watching myself. I was watching myself write this, and I knew it was starting out sad, but then you've got to turn it around. And so at the very end, you know, every night before he goes to bed, he says his little prayer, and he always ends with, Mommy, I wish you were here, but I'm okay, Daddy's all right, and, you know, tell Jesus we'll be there in the clouds. And I couldn't believe that I wrote that song. I turned the radio off at 8:10, 10 after 8 in the morning, and I was done by 8:30. And I just looked up in the clouds, and I'm like, dude, you're rocking. So anyway.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that song is a powerful, powerful song. We have another caller that has called in. Caller, identify yourself, please. Becky Holden. Hey, Becky, this is Yvonne with Garrett Walker. Welcome to our show. Do you have a question for Garrett? Garrett's all on it. I'm his Lauderdale. Yes, he is. He is absolutely magnificent. And I don't know if you heard or not, Becky, but y'all are going to be seeing some T-shirts here, Garrett, in about a month, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be about a month.
So let's play. Let me run another quick ad, because I want to play If I Were Magic, because that's another one of my songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this ad real quick, and then I'm going to go right into the song, and then Garrett, I want you to explain it to me.
Oh,
why
wonderful.
you wrote it. That song it blows me away. So everybody, hang on.
Thank you. Pretty cool, huh?
To join us in person or streaming at the Inspirational Women in Leadership Conference on March 17th. You take to the conference, buy our book, or watch the TV show Just Stories Life at inresource.com or thewomenskf.com. So peace and love from Winona and Dave.
Must I play before you come my way? So cool. Isn't this cool? So nervous. Really am. My father told me, he told me long ago, you need a woman so I got all dressed up, said I do.
That was If I Were Magic by my guest, country music on Garrett. I love that song. Isn't it gorgeous? All right, Garrett, and we have a new caller. And caller, identify yourself, please. Oh, I love that song. Hello? Hello? Yes, who's this? Hi. Oh, hi. Yes, ma'am. I'm still on the line. This is Mary Lewis. And, okay,
Hey, Mary, go ahead and hang up right now. We got some other callers. Love you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I have a whole board full of callers. 972. Who is this, please? This is Patsy. Hi. Hi, Patsy. 615-582-5310. Who is this, please?
This is Brian Wayne Perry from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hi, Brian Wayne Perry. They said you'd be calling in. Okay, Garrett, we have a full board of people online for you to tell us about this wonderful, wonderful song.
It was the first one that I wrote when I came here to Nashville, and you know, when you first come to Nashville, I tell you what, it'll shake you up. I mean, it's not, you don't just get here and all of a sudden you're a star. And when you move, I moved 680 miles away from my home, from my family, from all my friends, from everything that I knew. And I got here, and I had just started dating a girl in Kansas. And I got here, and I just, I missed her, and I just thought, God, if I could see her again, if I were magic, I'd be right there. And then I did, and when I got here, I met somebody who has become a very good friend of mine, and she was in the music business, but and still is. But nevertheless, I just wished I would have, stayed. A part of me wished at that moment when I wrote this song, I'm like, God, I wish I was back in Kansas with her, but every move you make, it proves, no matter how good or bad, whatever happens, it's part of the makeup of the person that you are today, and so.
And it's your journey.
Absolutely. And I've looked her up on Facebook, I've looked her, and I can't find her, so I guess she's, but nevertheless.
Okay, Garrett,
yes.
send me her information and I'll find it for you. Because remember, that's what I've done for a living. I hunt people.
Okay. Well, Bobbi Perot. She's Ross Perot's great niece. I can't find her anywhere. And listen.
Brian.
I'm sorry?
About this wonderful artist.
Garrett Walker is a unique individual. Him and I have been friends for probably 8 years now, and we don't always see eye to eye, but we love each other like a brother. He's a very unique individual, and he's true to country music, and you can see that and hear that. It reflects upon his writing and the way he delivers his songs, the arrangements, the way he articulates his words, his phrasing. He's just an overall cool dude too. I mean, he's struggling like all the rest of the artists that come to Nashville. And like you said, there's a million people come to town with a guitar and a song, and it's really hard for everybody to get out there and be recognized and utilize their craft where they're in front of the masses. But Garrett's got a lot of good things happening in 2018, and I believe that it's going to change the direction of his career as long as he stays true to the craft and what he's doing right now. And he knows
well,
that.
Let me tell you about where Garrett is in my numbers. And all the podcasts that I put this show on after it goes into archives, and we're heard in over 100 countries. We have up to 127,000 listeners now. Garrett's first show is one of my highest rated shows on all of my podcasts.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. Congratulations, Garrett. Congratulations to you too, ma'am.
Well, thank you. Thank you, brother.
And he does, and you know why, Brian? Because it's like you said. And Garrett, I told you this the last time. You stay true to the craft. Now I know that the youngins out there, they think that you're supposed to cross over, and you're supposed to do country and pop, and you're supposed to do hip hop and country. But country is country, and when you start blending all the, and not that the other music is not good, it's excellent music, but pure country has its own soul. Ladies, would you agree with that?
Yes, 100%.
Brian, would you agree with that? Singer.
Well, I just want to chime in on that. Bro country has no place in country music. Hip hop has no place in country music. Pop has no place in country music. Country music is its own genre. We don't need the support of everybody else. And the amount of artists that are doing what they're doing, I know what the labels are doing it. The labels are doing it because the 8-year-olds to 19-year-olds are the ones that are buying it. And the cheesy Jimmy bought because mom gives the credit card. Nashville has completely forgot about the demographic of 35 to 90, and they turn it back on us. So, that's my common ground with Garrett is to stay true to country music. I don't know if y'all know about our background, but we've had a lot of success in the industry. My father started our company, and at the end of the day, my goal is to preserve country music, and that's another reason why Garrett and I get along and have had a relationship for so long, is because he's here to defend the very roots of the genre.
So Garrett, there you have it, my friend.
Well, you know what? I just got to give I've got to step in and say, the man that you're talking to is a man of his own rights, but he is true. He's a chip off the old block. And if you know anything about not just country music, but Brian Wayne Perry is the son of Wayne Perry, who wrote What Part of No Don't You Understand for Lori Morgan. He's written Colin Ray, Backstreet Boys, and he left us way too soon. But he's an icon in the business, and now we have Wayne Perry has left his son to carry on what his father started. And yes, we met when we first met. I mean, the first time that I met Brian, it was instant. We just hit it off. And sure, you know, if we all got along all the time, it would be a pretty boring world. And so there was, you know, yeah, we had our ups and downs. But we always knew, no matter how mad, you know, we're going to beat each other up and all that stupid stuff. We all, you know, here's the deal. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't get mad. As mad as you get at somebody, that's how much you care about them. Because if you don't care, you just laugh it off. And after all this time, I've known him about, I think, right around 10 years. And I see him he is making headway. He's with the Frizzell camp. He's amazing, and he really, I admire him. God, I wish sometimes I wish I was him, but we've always had that kindred spirit, and he's just always.
And that comes through, Garrett. That comes through in your music. And we've got a new caller, but if they'll bear with me just a minute, I want to say one thing. Brian, I want to get you on the show, on your own show, because I want to start promoting you as well. If you will do me the honor of coming on the show, and I'll hook up on you with that, and, you know.
Please do. Please do.
I would love to. We've got a program that benefits beneficial independent artists that will change the direction of their career. So I would love to do that.
So hang on, let me run this other ad, and then I want to play the third song, and then Garrett, you've got to tell me why you named it what you named it. I'm going to go to the ad, and then I'm going to straight to the song. So everybody just hang on. A new caller, if you will, just hang on with me, please.
Former Boston PD Captain Stanford Carter and his wife, forensic scientist Jill Seacrest, have decided to move to the Big Apple to accept positions with the New York branch of the FBI. Rookie agent Shania Peoples completes the trinity as they collide head-on. Rage and rape and social, political, and economic unrest amid a string of murders that seem planned and maybe serial copycat thrill or hate-driven as they struggle to understand the mind and thought process of the destroyers, killers, and victims. The team begins to wonder who's the line between black and white, superior and subordinate, right and wrong, and clean disappears.
You need to call, and that's all there is to it, buddy. God, you might be my boss, but I'm bossing you now. How about that? Say something else. My God. JR, man. I can't believe he hasn't called. There she is. There she is.
They bounce on me too.
Pretty cool, ain't it?
Your host, Yvonne Mason, and that was country music artist Garrett Walker. I can't even talk anymore. And the title of that song is Balls. Garrett is my guest tonight, and if my listening audience will bear with me, my switchboard is full of Garrett's fans and producers, and if y'all will just bear with me, let me take roll call, because we had 2 new callers come in, and I got to find out who they are. So, caller 615-414, what is your name, please?
My name is J.R. Jones, J.R. Jones.
He's
Welcome to the show.
yeah, that's a TV producer.
Hang on just a minute, JR. 580-819, what is your name, please? Hello? It's 580, what is your name, please?
My name is Geraldine Harris.
Hi, Geraldine. I'm trying to take roll call, so bear with me.
Hi, Geraldine.
I've got down. 972, what is your name, please? Patsy. Bundy. Patsy. Okay. And then 601 is Becky, right? Correct. Okay. Now I've got everybody. I've never had 6 people on my board before, so y'all gotta stay with me. Okay, Garrett, I've got JR on here.
There you go.
Now, this TV series, JR, that you're doing with Garrett, tell us about it, because this is exciting.
Okay, well, I started my TV show here in Nashville in August of 2013. And it was under a little bit different format than it is right now. But all along, I've always featured outside talent that, for the most part, are either Americana or traditional country music, which is harder to find, and it's sometimes who knows if there is one. But anyway, and I featured bands from all over the world, from Finland, from Norway, Sweden, Belgium, United Kingdom, England, not to mention, of course, here in the United States and then locally, Nashville. And my mission, I call it a mission as opposed to just a, I mean, it's a serious thing for me, is to keep real country music coming out of Nashville, because there's so many people here that are so talented that don't get heard, and it's same things around the world, and it's so strong, and the drama everywhere, as you will know. So that was my goal, and so all along I've been, I guess for lack of a better word, picking up so many fun, interesting things, and now then we're really branching out. And along this line, probably for the last couple of years, but more seriously the last year, I would see Garrett's tracks on Facebook, and so I sent a friend request of, even though I might be in 5,001 on these Facebook pages, he made it possible for us to connect and get to know each other.
Now I know why he disconnected me, so he could connect with you. Garrett will tell you I have a very wicked sense of humor, and
She's off the chain. She's off the chain.
And you never know on this show what's going to happen. Like I said, tonight is the first night that my calling board has been completely full of callers. And Garrett, this is all about you, my sweet friend. This is the impact, and I'm sure that Brian and JR and Geraldine and Patsy and Becky will attest to this. This is a statement to your character. Guys, am I right in that? Definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
It's unanimous, Garrett. You brought all people together on your show because this show is about you. It's about your talent and your influence and your ability to stay true to the craft. That is pure country music because, like Brian and I were talking about, and JR just reiterated, we can't afford to lose any more good artists. So, it's time for you to step up and step out.
Well, I'm definitely doing it. I'm definitely doing it.
I just want to chime in. This is Patsy, but I asked Garrett one time. I said, "How do you remember all these songs? The words to all these songs. How do you, not get mixed up from song to song because he just sings, And I said, and he said, because I've lived it,
Yep.
And that's true. And he's so sincere and true and genuine that, he writes from the soul and he sings from the heart. And I believe that's why, he's got so many followers. And, and that's pure country right there,
JR, would you agree with that?
Yes, I would like to add that the one thing about Garrett is he pays attention to his fans. He communicates with them. He becomes friends with them. And you see, if you're going to be successful in this business, then you're going to have a fan base. agree with that. And, you know, the new model for the business, the music industry is social media based. If you're not out there feeding your fans, and what I mean by that, you know, social media has changed to the point where everybody wants to know what's going on. It's not really about the music anymore. The music is a big factor, but there's also another big factor, and that's being able to connect on a one-on-one basis. And the fans feel that when you talk to them on social media, you go Facebook Live, you answer their questions, you bring them into your life and you make them a part of what you're doing. And I really truly believe that the mainstream industry has forgotten the fans because they really just don't have time to go out and greet 65,000 people, you know. But Garrett's doing a great job.
Garrett, what did I tell you at the first time you came on my show? The premise of the show is you are the brand. Your product is a byproduct of you, but you are the brand, and that's why people want to talk to you, with you, learn about you. And you're seeing that, aren't you, Garrett?
I really am. You know, sometimes I have friends come to one of my pages and they say, well, you're full. And I have to go through my list. I always say I'll delete 2 to get you, and because, you know, and I'll go to somebody that I never hear from, and it's usually a guy. But anyway, hey, you know, guys don't buy CDs. But anyway, the point being, you know, when you send somebody a message on Facebook, you can tell whether they read it or not. And if they've read it and they have not answered you, I'm not going to be that guy. I mean, my number is out there. My email, my messenger is out there. And I make for sure that I answer each one of them, because if you don't have a personal relationship, as much as it can be, with your fans, and you know, as much as you do with your family and friends, because seriously, we're all family. I mean, we're all the children of who? Yes, his name is, and I do everything I can to like each and every comment, either like it or hate it or delete it. So, and sometimes block it. But I make sure that I have, sometimes I'll go to my, you know, how can I have 5,000 friends on one page and 2 pages and 3 pages and 4 pages? I just don't have, there's no way I can. And so when I go to delete people, you know, it's hard to find somebody, because I'm like, no, I just talked to him. Yes, I can't get rid of her. She had a problem with her daughter. I can't get, you know, and sometimes I'm like, oh my God, there she is again, or there he is again, or this and that. But you know what? I signed up for this, and it's like, you know, when I play a show, I will stay there till the last person. I will be the last one to leave, to stay there, because I signed up for this. They support, they like not just what I do, but they like who I am. And it's because I've never met a stranger. I've met some strange strangers, but you know, so am I. I'm strange. But the point is, I have to have a relationship somewhat with every single one of them. And some of them, you're like, you know, they're not, it is, I think you know where I'm going, but you signed up for it, so you've got to, go ahead.
Some of them are crazy.
Some of them are nuts. If you only seen the pictures that I get in my, oh my God, yesterday I woke up, it was a nice way to wake up, but don't you have respect for me, much less self-respect? But you know what? I signed up for that. You go to concerts, what do the girls do out there? They show them. So, yeah, and you know what? if, you know, it's just the X factor, but it comes along with, this is the job that I love. And I don't do it because I think I'm all that, because I don't think I'm all that. Shelby Kraft, he was telling me, Brian, you know Shelby, oh God, I love him. Well, I'll tell you what, he was telling me all these wonderful things about myself, and I told him, man, I wish I saw what you see in me. And I wrote a song, it's on YouTube, I wish I saw what you see in me, because I don't see it. And I think that's what the people have seen, that, you know, I don't have any family. Sure, I got a sister out there. I haven't seen her in 20 some years, and we talk maybe sometime, but I don't have family. So with everyone on Facebook, I have family. And so, and when I have a problem, I am the first one to ask for prayer, and God answers. And I mean, people come, these women come to my messenger and say, can you tell me a little bit about myself, or about yourself? And I'll send them a link of one of my pages. Just read. I'm very transparent. I'm very transparent. And so, I love people. Go ahead.
Let me ask JR a question. JR, when will Garrett be on your show? Because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run out of time, and I want to get these important information. So I want to ask JR that question. Then I want to ask Brian when more CDs are coming out. So JR, when will Garrett be on the show?
It'll be sometime in the last part of February or the first part of March. Garrett will be posting on his website at that time. There's so much that we have to do to get him ready. You know, when you start promoting yourself, you better have all your ducks in a row, such as you have to have your music videos done in order to release a song. And then there are just so many things that Garrett and I have planned for him to help get him launched. And then today he told me about Brian, who's really been doing the same thing as I've been doing in one sense, and that's promoting traditional country music coming out of Nashville. And so there are things that, you know, like a snowball going downhill, and things accumulate that go on your agenda. But it takes a while to put the 3 videos together, and there's some recording that we're helping Garrett with. So that's why it takes so long.
So let me ask you another question.
Sure.
Let me ask you another question, JR. My roots are in old country, just like Brian and you and Garrett and I've been talking about. And before we run out of time, I also would like to bring you on this show.
Cool.
To promote you.
Sure. Anytime.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brian, Garrett, you heard it here. The 2 guys are going to come on. And
Yeah, I heard it.
My friend.
I heard it, Brian. I heard it, JR. You know what? Here's how I work. Can anyone out there, and I'm not turning the subject around or getting off the subject, but can anyone out there tell me what can you take to heaven from earth? No, you can't take money. Here's what you can take, and here's what I take. Here's what, when you go to heaven, you can take others. And I am doing so well, you can ask JR, I'm going to help out others. And now, you know, you've got all these listeners in all these countries, and I've got these 2 major forces in the entertainment industry, and I'm way below their level, yet I'm able to, you know, put an extra, you know, wind beneath their sails. And I'm proud of that.
And you've got these wonderful ladies. In fact, we have a new caller, 256. What is your name, please? Yes, Donna Mary Lewis again.
Oh.
Okay, Mary, hold on. So you have all these wonderful ladies that